Hi everyone, it's Jonathan here. I wanted to do several videos. I hope I'll be able to shoot some videos today, several in a row. Well, first of all, I'm back from China, obviously. I'm sorry about the noise that you may hear in the background because I'm actually doing some laundry. But anyway, and so I'm back from China, and well, that was just amazing. Really, that was just amazing. It was such an inspiring trip. I mean, I saw things over there that I just could only dream of, and it was really inspiring. That was just one of the best trips I've ever done in my life. So I'm back. I had so many ideas over there. I had an idea that I will be turning into a real product. So I will not talk about it right now, but soon, I think. So today's video will be, what do you know about conditioners? I did 3 articles, an article in my on my blog that I split in three different parts, but it's kind of long, so I thought that I would do a video which would be easier for you to listen to and whatnot. So yeah, what do you know about conditioners? Because some people may wonder why my products, my hair products, are hair treatments and not conditioners, regular conditioners. Well, the answer lies in the ingredients list. And so I'm going to talk about this today. Sorry. So first of all, what is a conditioner anyway? A conditioner is a product of a creamy gel-like texture that you can apply to your hair in order to make them softer, smoother, shinier, etc. Although it can have various properties, it will mainly give you easy to comb hair. Really, that's pretty obvious anyway. But like a cream, a conditioner is made by binding water and oil together to make one final product. But in order to do so, you must use what's called, over here, you must use what's called an emulsifier. The emulsifier is not like the ones used to make creams. However, its molecules have hair-friendly properties, so it's called a hair conditioning agent. Whereas formulas, normal emulsifiers have skin-friendly properties. In basic conditioners, this emulsifying conditioning agent is 90% of the time what's called, I'm sure I'm going to rip the name, but I'm going to try anyway, what's called bihenthrymonium chloride. That's a chemical-based ingredient that has good conditioning properties, but it can be irritant for the scalp, and it coats the hair without repairing it. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, about coating the hair. To ensure the stability of the water and oil mix in the product, you have to put a certain amount of the hair conditioning agent, the emulsifier, in the formula. But to have a nice creamy texture, you also have to put a certain amount of oil in it, or else it will be too liquidy, or if you put too much emulsifier, it will be too much heavy texture. But sometimes, in fact almost all the time, companies put other ingredients in the formula that have what's called thickening properties. They make the water-oil mix creamier with less useful ingredients, and in fact either less emulsifier, a conditioning agent, or less oil. These ingredients, like what's called cetyl alcohol, are usually cheaper than vegetable oils, and so With them, companies can produce a cheaper conditioner with the same creamy texture than a regular one, but it will be just cheaper. It merely coats the hair. Sorry. It merely coats the hair. So the obvious downside of such a conditioner is that it will not really take care of your hair, but you will just feel like it's smoother, but that would just be it. So you will not feel that they are really nourished, healthier, or anything else. The natural way the hair is moisturized is through sebum. Hope you can see this clearly. I'm gonna zoom a little bit, zoom in. Yeah, it's better. So that's the way the hair are moisturized. That's natural oily substance that is produced by the organism. So your hair really needs an oily part in the conditioner in order to be revitalized, nourished, and healthier. That's just basic facts, really. But the fact is also that a formula has a 100% total. And if you reduce the amount of oil in the formula and conditioning agent, because you will use acetyl alcohol, for instance, even if you add acetyl alcohol, you'll have a gap in your formula. But because these ingredients have a strong texturing power, you'll be able to fill the gap in the formula with water. So basically, let's say at the start you have, I don't know, let's say 50-50, it's going to be, or, well, I'm really just doing some pretty much nothing here but water. But so you have water, you have oil, and you have what I'll do just E for emulsifier, or acetyl alcohol, so E or C. Well, if this is the basic formula, that's 100%. Then if you want to reduce the amount of oil and emulsifier so it's going to be cheaper for you to produce, I mean for the companies, then you're going to end up with a gap. I mean, you'll still have the same amount of water, but you will reduce the oil and then reduce the emulsifier. So you'll have a gap in your formula. Water, oil, E, C. So the black part here is the gap. So you have this gap in your formula. So it's no longer 100%. It's going to be, I don't know, like 80%. I'm just guessing, really. I'm not talking about something that you really can do with this, really. And so, but because acetyl alcohol and the emulsifier, the conditioning agent, they have these thickening properties, you may add more water in the formula so that in the end you end up with something like, it's way too small, you end up with something like water. Well, most of the time there is absolutely no oil in a formula, but anyway, for the sake of this, I'm just gonna put oil, and then the emulsifier, acetyl alcohol. So basically, from the start, you had a little, a part of water, but in the end, in basic supermarket formulas or other companies' formula, you will end up with a huge part of water and a tiny little part of oil and emulsifier / hair conditioning agent, acetyl alcohol, etc. And I'm not talking about fragrances and other things like that. So, and that's what you're paying for most of the time, water, and almost no active ingredients. Most of the time there's no oil at all. So, just take a guess. What's the point of that product, really? I won't even mention how bad it is for your hair. I'm sure you already have the idea of how bad it is. When you read the ingredients list on a product, the rule is that the first ingredient on the list is the most important one, with the highest percent of the overall formula. The second one is the second most important one, and so on. So that means the closer to the end of the list an ingredient is, the smallest part it gets in the formula. Well, now that you know this, I would like you to go in your shower or whatever, in your supermarket or whatever, and take a look at the conditioners you have and that you use and their ingredients list. You may be surprised, really. Well, I'm pretty sure you already knew that, but I just can't help it. On my blog, I listed 2 ingredients lists so that you can just have an idea. I didn't mention any name, any brand, nothing like that. So in one of these, ingredients list, you have water in order. So first one is the most important one. You have water, cetyl alcohol, benzene chloride. These two are an emulsifier, conditioning agent. You have also glycerin, amodimethicone, which is a silicone, and you have olive oil and avocado oil. So basically, this product that I just read the first ingredients on the list. You have more emulsifier and thickening agent and silicone in the product than olive oil and then oil. And this is supposed to be a moisturizing, revitalizing conditioner. You only have 2 natural ingredients. Well, no. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting water as a natural ingredient. So you only have 4 or 5, maybe glycerin, so 5. Let's say 5 natural ingredients in the formula. And you have over, I think you have over 15, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 18 ingredients in the list, and you only have 4 or 5 natural ingredients. I mean, it pretty much speaks for itself. Now I want to talk about one of my hair treatment, which is Belle Provence. I wanted to talk about this ingredients list before I went to China, but I didn't have time to do so. So I'm gonna do it just right now. So this is the ingredients list of my Belle Provence hair treatment. Spring water, organic olive oil, cetyl alcohol, benzene methylsulfate, I'm gonna rip that name, stearamidopropyl, dimethylamine, lavender essential oil, organic inulin, silk protein, lactic acid, organic vanilla extract, mandarin essential oil, benzoin absolute, benzyl alcohol, and dihydroacetic acid. How many ingredients in this formula? So there is 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, these two, they are the same ingredients, so I'll just count them as one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So in my Belle Provence, hair treatment, you have 13 ingredients. All right, total. How many natural ingredients? I mean, vegetable-based, vegetable origin, natural origin ingredients.